Who is the anchor being of the MCU's sacred timeline? An investigation. Deadpool and Wolverine introduces several ideas and plot devices that may be used more going forward as the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Multiverse Saga continues. One of these is the concept of anchor beings. As explained by corrupt Time Variance Authority agent Mr. Paradox, Matthew Macfadyen, anchor beings are individuals who are crucial to stabilizing their home universes. When an anchor being dies, their universe begins to wither away, with all life in it eventually being wiped out. In the film, Wade Wilson/Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, recruits a variant of X-Man Logan / Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, to replace the one from his world, Earth 10,005, who served as its anchor being, but is set to die in the future time period of the 2017 film Logan. After becoming close to one another during a comically violent adventure, Wade and Logan return to the former's universe with benevolent TVA agent B-15, Wani Mosaku, confirming that Logan's presence does in fact stabilize it. With the threat to that world resolved, it seems likely that a future MCU project, probably one or both of the upcoming Avengers sequels, will reveal the anchor being of the franchise's main universe 616 or 1999, depending on your fandom politics, and put them in jeopardy as the multiverse saga nears its conclusion. So, which of the many 616 characters is likely to fill a position? Which MCU characters could be the anchor being? The Avengers. When most people are asked to name the characters or actors that are quintessential to the MCU, it's likely one or more of these six, who are the main figures in the crossover Avengers films along with many more titles, will come to mind. But while two of them, Tony Stark/Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr., and Natasha Romanoff / the Black Widow, Scarlett Johansson, are confirmed to be dead as of the end of Avengers Endgame, with Steve Rogers / Captain America, Chris Evans, heavily implied to have died soon after. Using any of the three of them as the anchor being would be problematic. For better or worse, Jackman's Logan is unquestionably the most famous and well-developed character from the 20th century Fox Marvel films Deadpool and Wolverine that celebrates, so using a version of him as the anchor being for Wade's world is simply an intuitive choice. But stating that the main MCU can't survive without Tony, Steve, or Natasha would come across as Marvel Studios agreeing with the detractors who argue that the franchise's overall quality has greatly diminished since Endgame, which would be disrespectful to the cast and crew members who have done hard work on the various Multiverse Saga projects. Furthermore, while Evans reprises a past Marvel character, Johnny Storm / the Human Torch in Deadpool and Wolverine, and Downey is set to take on the role of Dr. Doom in the Avengers sequels, having either of them or Johansson return as either their signature characters or variants of them would still be both a divisive choice and repetitive of what Deadpool and Wolverine just did with Jackman. And while the remaining members of the original team, Bruce Banner / the Hulk, Mark Ruffalo, Clint Barton / Hawkeye, Jeremy Renner, and especially Thor, Chris Hemsworth, are themselves extremely popular, their levels of influence are not as ubiquitous as that of their teammates, so making one of them the anchor being would seem somewhat forced. One way to acknowledge Tony's significance as the franchise's first hero would be to make his daughter, Morgan, Lexi Ray, the anchor being. So the story revolves around the other heroes trying to preserve his legacy. But given that Morgan has only appeared in Endgame, it would be hard for some viewers to invest in her as much as they would a more regularly recurring character.